Hello and welcome back. So before we start things off today, I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys. My first episode of my allotment series has done amazing. It's done a lot better than I thought it would. As of recording today, it has got nearly 20,000 views and almost 200 comments, which is amazing. Your comments have been very helpful and inspirational. There wasn't one bad comment in there. And yeah, I'm just very surprised that the first episode has done that well. So it's kind of giving me a little bit of pressure to try and make sure the rest of the series goes well. But I'm going to be using a lot of your comments and a lot of your ideas to try and help improve my allotment. So a lot of you in the comments were recommending that I get an electric trimmer for my allotment. Now that would actually be very handy, but for now we're still going to carry on and do everything by hand. I've managed to acquire myself some nice snips, but if I'm still struggling and it's not going where I want it to go, I will end up getting an electric trimmer and I'll have to find somewhere to rent one. Also, a lot of you made comments about this tree. Not only because the branches are right above my allotment, in the future they could potentially block out any sun hitting my plants. And it's also because the roots of the tree actually make their way across onto my allotment. So this area around here has probably got roots coming from this tree. Now, a simple way around it is this area here will most likely have my shed and maybe some organising things. So we won't use this side of the allotment to grow anything. But when it comes to digging the ground in future, if we discover the roots are going even further across than we thought, then we might have to do something to deal with them. And regarding the tree branches, we're just going to leave them for now, because at the moment they've got no leaves on and we ain't growing nothing anyway. So we'll probably do this later on next year when they are going to become a bit more of a problem. But for now, we'll just leave them. So another useful comment was about organisation. Now in the last video, I did start attempting to start digging at the ground. And I came across a lot of sticks, brambles and other types of weeds. Basically, I've been advised to make some piles of what I'm going to be using as firewood, what I'm going to be using as compost in the future, and also create a pile of rubbish. And luckily, I have been gifted this, which is basically a little bag which we can put compost material in. As we haven't got a compost area at the moment on the allotment, as I want to try and clear it out first, this can be quite handy as it can be a nice little storage area where we can put some of our compost materials. But when it comes to the rubbish, I'm just going to have a rubbish pile here, and any sticks or old brambles, I'm going to make a nice little pile here on the side of my allotment. That's all going to be all burnable material in the future. All right, let's see how big this garden bag is. Not too bad at the moment. So it does come with this, and I'm assuming you feed it round the circumference of the top of this bin. Alright, that ain't too bad at the moment. This should do. Alright, so I'm going to start today off by organising some of the mess that I made last week and try and clear this area up a little bit better. Look at the hat. I don't know if any of you guys play golf, but I found a golf ball on the ground. I wonder how many of these are going to be in the ground around here. Yeah. Look at that. That hard work from last week. As I thought, this pile is building up very quickly, and this is going to be very nice. This is going to be our fuel for the future. But I am finding a lot of sticks, and loads of them in my allotment. Get in there. Alright, so that is almost full already. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to build up another pile here of all the compost material, and basically we're just going to leave it all here and deal with it at another date. So now that I've got this area a little bit better and a bit more organised, what I'm going to do now is use my cutters and go through my allotment and try and cut back as many brambles as I can. Now the reason why I want to tackle this problem first is because I've heard that brambles are basically not very good for composting, and the only good thing for them is to burn them. So if we're able to cut them all down today and then hopefully let them dry off for a couple of weeks, we should be able to burn them relatively easily. So luckily I borrowed this tool, and what we're going to do is just simply go around and just cut them and try and see how far I can go in this allotment today. Nice. Oh, this is not what I wanted to happen. Oh. Yeah. So it's clearing up quite nicely now. Just got a lot more to go. Nice. So the pile is definitely getting bigger, and it's only probably been about half an hour, and that isn't too bad so far. But there is a couple things I have noticed. So I've now cleared this area out quite nicely, which is basically the back corner of my allotment. But I have come across not just one, not just two, but 3, 4 and 5. So we've got 5 trees actually growing in the allotment itself. And that isn't the only problem with trees that we've got. So we've also got trees on the outside of our boundary, and we've got more overhanging branches. So we're gonna have to sort them out as well. And talking about overhanging branches, it looks like there is a big branch stuck in the actual fence. Well, that was an easy solution. What we'll do, I'll just take this one out for now. The branches that are overhanging on these trees behind the fence will worry at the same time as when we get to the big tree. And referencing these random trees in the allotment itself, I'm going to first clear all the area out first, so then it's just these trees left here, and then I'll sort it out then. But I did notice as well, we have got another tyre. What was the fascination with this person growing trees in tyres? You're not even allowed tyres on the allotment, so I don't know why he's trying to grow trees out of them. Now, I don't mind doing all this by hand, as it's quite satisfying watching all the work that you're doing starting to pay off. So it's starting to get a little bit dark, but I have managed to take down all these thorns today. Right, so I'm back at the allotment again. I did run out of time the other day. It was getting quite dark. I might need to invest in some sort of light or something so I can carry on working in the allotment when it gets a bit darker. But for now, we are going to carry on and get rid of as many brambles as we can. And I'm going to do a little bit of a montage because I need to get on with this, as I want to try and get rid of all of it before the end of the day. So we have finally made it to our actual boundary of our allotment. Oh, I am tired, but we'll carry on and try and get as much more as we can done today. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to do all of it though, because this is a hard task. So my plan is to try and clear out a bit of the neighbour's side as well. Although no one's got this allotment yet, I want to try and clear some of it. Otherwise what's going to happen is this is going to happen, where some of the brambles and weeds will start growing again into my allotment. So if I try and eliminate as many weeds as I can down here, hopefully it should stop them from trying to grow back into my side. Look at this. We have smashed it today. I have done a lot more than I thought I would, and I've basically got almost 2/3 of the allotment now cleared of the brambles. And let's just say I am cut to bits from them. Probably not the best bit of clothing to wear while doing this. So while clearing out all the brambles, I have noticed we've got a lot more membrane. And not just that, we also got this here, which looks like it's some sort of tent. Oh my god, look at all that down there. And I also believe something is actually living underneath the path that separates my allotment from the next door's one. Now, nothing has tried to attack me from it, so I can only assume that there's nothing under there. And I've also noticed as well, even though I've been tackling the brambles, we've also got some other thorn bushes as well in the allotment. So this here is a field of thorns that look like rose bushes and not brambles. If you compare these ones here, where they're much more beefier, compared to these ones here, where they're quite skinny, you can tell they're completely different. At a later date, I am going to have to clear all this out anyway, so all these brambles are going to have to go. But I am actually really pleased with how much progress we've made today. And look at the pile of brambles behind me. That goes to show how much work we have done today. So I hope you guys did enjoy the second episode of my allotment series. We've managed to make loads of progress. We've made a couple of piles where we're organising stuff, and now we've got a lot of burning material behind me once that all dries off. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if this video gets half the good reception as the first one did, I'll still be very, very happy about that. So I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you next time.